Hi, this is William G. Helm. Welcome to Buses of the Carolinas. We'll take a little look at what became a major part of the southeastern makeup of Trailways. In early 1992, IBC decided to do a documentary on a bus driver's day, life of the bus driver. I was the driver that somehow or another ended up in the driver's seat that day. It's going to run between Charleston, South Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina. Along the way, you'll see a little bit, and I'm going to let Bob Redden give his little input from time to time, but I've shortened this down considerably from what the original version was to what it is today. Hope I've left in the interesting parts and took out the boring parts, and, well, we can interject a little into it that may be worth listening to, or at least taking a look at. This particular day, my day began about 2 o'clock. Well, really about 1:50. I pick up the bus, break it down to North Charleston, prepare to load. There we are coming in now, getting ready to take off, and run up to Somerville, Orangeburg, Columbia, Lancaster, Rock Hill, and Charlotte.
Gilbert is a good man, a long-time IBC supporter, and we're looking forward to really letting you see some nice stuff there. You're going to see lots of buses, not just Blue Ridge, of course. You're going to see Southeastern. You'll see some Greyhound. I think we'll even probably up in Charlotte, we'll bump into Carolina. They connect with Blue Ridge up there. So sit back, relax. We're going to be leaving shortly. Let's let Gilbert say hi to you. Yeah, look at the distance. Another 2 inches in that roof, and that bus doesn't make it in there. Matter of fact, there have been a couple of the Greyhound drivers that have pulled a little too far in because it slopes a mite, and there are some pretty severe scrape marks up there. The inside of Blue Ridge's coaches are very, very nice. They have opted for the good interior. Gilbert Helm, our operator today. Gilbert picks up this car in Charleston and delivers it back here tonight. Does a round to Charlotte, North Carolina. Gilbert, how long have you been with Trailways?
I've been with the Trailways system almost 17 years now. Carry 16-year safety award, 5 years in the Blue Ridge division.
In the Russell's Guide, what schedule number would this be that you're running today, do you know?
Oh, this comes from 7171 on the page, and this is schedule 104.
And return?
101 on return side. Our scheduled day is a round trip from North Charleston, South Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina. Our intermediate stops are Orangeburg, which is approximately an hour and 15 minutes away, and about 55 minutes from Orangeburg into Columbia, South Carolina, the state capital. There we'll spend 15 to 20 minutes. Continuing on to Lancaster, about 1 hour away. Then 30 minutes on to Rock Hill, South Carolina. Then from Rock Hill to Charlotte, about another 30 minutes. After this coach will continue from Charlotte to Asheville and Knoxville. We swap drivers at that point. The passengers have about a 1 hour layover. That is middle stop. There it continues to Lincoln, Hickory, Morganton, Asheville, and Knoxville, Tennessee. Having connections in Knoxville for all points continuing to the west and Midwest. We, of course, have connections in Charlotte for points to the northeast, and connections in Columbia, also Augusta, Atlanta, Sumter, Florence, and Fayetteville. In Charlotte, I swapped seats and picked up the bus coming from Asheville, North Carolina on schedule 101, returning direct to Lancaster, then to Columbia. 15 minutes in Columbia, Orangeburg, And if we have anyone getting off in Somerville, we will discharge passengers at that location, returning back to North Charleston around 11:15.
Now, see that road up there? That's Interstate 26 out of Charleston. Goes up to Asheville. We're going to jump right on that right here. That is one thing that makes this station somewhat convenient. Now this station's up for sale. I don't know what's going to happen here. But we're no sooner out. There we go. Right on the interstate. Now one thing I like about living in Charleston is that it doesn't take too terribly long. And I mean, you're out of the city. Anywhere in the Carolinas. I mean, you're not. Now, just around the bend here, let's take a look and see if they're going to be in there today or not. They generally sit over here on the right. And, yes, there they are. Shooting you, coming down the road. Okay, we got by them, okay.
This is Orangeburg. Be here in about 5 minutes if you need a smoke break.
That have you know. But anyhow, it was Trailways that built the South. Now there's a Greyhound car in there. He'll catch up with us again in Columbia too. He's coming up from Jacksonville on his way to Detroit. Look at this jerk parked right in the yard. But they can't read the signs. Gilbert's a good driver though. We don't have to worry about Gilbert. So we leave town again, taking off. Out 601 this time. We came in on 301. We're going out 601, out past the schools, and back to the big road.
As passengers riding over the road bus, sometimes it's just a little bit easier to make friends and get acquainted. Seems like you have people come from all types of life, walks of life, different stories. A different face, there's a different story. They're coming from something or going to something all the time. Some have problems, some have a lot of problems. Some are happy to be on the road and traveling. And the bus is the only way some can go. Quite often, I'm the only one that the passenger ever sees as a representative of the company, the bus driver. The bus driver is the image of the company. If the bags are lost, well, that's our problem. We caused it. If the bus is late, it's always us. But we're still the image of the company.
Yeah, I saw it. Some southeastern cars, but no new ones. Now, as we were saying, Greyhound has been closing maintenance facilities coast to coast. Well, this is one of the ones that got it. There used to be quite a garage here over my shoulder where this videoing is being done. It's dead now. You still see some Greyhounds parked in Columbia, as well as some Southeastern cars. They have runs here. Here comes that Detroit car that was in Orangeburg, right behind us. Boy, playing it real cool. You couldn't tell what that video camera was doing. Well, it's time for us to hit the dusty trail again. Picked up a few passengers here that Southeastern brought in, and some locals that were moving on up the road to Lancaster and Rock Hill. That's where we're going now. We'll run out of Columbia, and we'll go on 77 now, Interstate 77. We'll connect to 277, and then we will connect with 77.
I got a grip on that. Well, you're looking back eastbound down there because I haven't seen anything in a long time around here. But, well, I don't know. I'll tell you, we get to hammer up down this road all we want. We get tired of it. Looks like it's about passing me now.
Spring-made sheets come from. The big spring-made mill is there. There's something you see lots of down in this neck of the world, of course, is those logging trucks. As you can see, it does get hilly. Pleasant ride, though.
Lancaster's one of the towns in the southeast of the textile industry. It's kind of hurt. Too many of the mills moved out and shut down, leaving this to just a quiet, kind of a little sleepy town. Bus station here is a little unusual. It's a combination of a lot of things: taxi stand, produce stand, and bus station. It's not the most unusual bus station. We got one bus station and a funeral home. That's the life of the day when the two buses come through.
Harold's Produce, bus station, and taxi stand. Different angle than I was looking at, I guess. You're a yo-yo, all right.
Yeah.
Leaving here. Let me explain something to you that's somewhat different. See these center lanes here that have two solid yellow lines on them? Well, we use them to park down here. We pull out and ride down them when we're trying to merge in with traffic. Dear God in heaven, you ought to see the Yankees that don't understand that when they're coming down this way and you pull out right into that center to get it over to the left or something. They panic all over the place, hit their brakes. But that's what those are for. We get in those and we utilize them. And after you've been down here from the north for a day or two, you realize that